Okay, so according to Steven Johnson, who is an American writer and he writes about media as well, he claims that there's certain shows like 24 who stir audiences around the country due to its hectic story plots, but he argues that behind the violence and ethnic stereotypes, there's a need for audiences to pay attention, make inferences, and track shifting social relationships. These things, he claims, turn out to be nutritious for our brain, after all. What is your take on this?
Well, it'd be kind of boring if we sat and like knew everything that was going to happen. Like, we have to actually think about the show. Like, yeah, that makes sense. That's how you get like good characters. That's how you like the characters because you start to think like you have to like understand the way they think. I mean, it's just I think that's a better way of actually writing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too because if you're watching a show and it's just like every other show, like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen, he's gonna die next, then it just gets boring, and you're not even thinking, you already know what's gonna happen. Rather, if you get a story that's like shifting plots and everything, and you gotta think about like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Okay, so no, so I guess we can both agree with Johnson on that part. Now, the counter argument, here comes Nicholas Carr, who is another writer on media and technology and cultural. He states that due to technology, he can no longer immerse himself in a lengthy book or article. So he blames technology. He blames technology because he believes that technology doesn't let him focus on on books anymore. Now, do you think technology is a distraction to you?
I mean, personally, is a technology is a distraction to me, honestly. Um, when I'm sitting here trying to do homework, my phone buzzes off. Kind of want to look at it, but I don't think it's like affecting my reading because technology, on one hand, yeah, it's fun to do, but I don't read on technology. I don't do like I do research on technology, but it's I don't know, it's different types. Like technology distracts me, but not. I don't think it affects my reading, honestly.
See, I mean, I believe that's true too because I can easily put my phone on airplane mode, turn it off, and yeah, it's gonna be tempting to look at it. But if I know that I have to read and stuff, then I mean, I shouldn't let it be a distraction. I think that's a personal thing. If you're constantly on your phone, then you personally are you gonna make it a distraction yourself. Now, okay, now we have Neil Postman, who again is another writer and who writes about media, technology, and culture, and he's actually a Pulitzer Prize finalist on one of his novels. So this guy has really good credibility. He argues against Johnson, but he argues with Carr, and he says that his take on the argument is that there's certain shows like Sesame Street, for example, that set standards for learning at an early age. He goes on to argue that this is wrong because then kids expect school to be fun and not have punishments. Like basically creating this fake environment, and kids think, oh, school's fun, I can show up whenever I want, I can watch it whenever I want. And he believes this is bad, this is unhealthy, because then kids expect something else. So what is your take on this?
Yeah, my little sister, first day of school, actually, she was so used to watching Sesame Street, she thought she was gonna go in there and like, have a great time. But like, at real school, you have to sit down, you have to be quiet sometimes to see it there, read, practice your words. And that when she watches shows like Sesame Street, she thinks the other way around. Like